11 on Saturday, so I'm getting later and later at doing these. Loads of things to talk to you about today. So we'll do the weights straight off. We'll recap last week, and I had gone up for it was the first time, well, it was actually the second time actually. It's the first time on video that I was coming to say that I'd gone up in weight, even though it was, we'd gone from 198.2 up to 198.8 last week. The previous time I'd gone up, I think it was to 200 or something like that there, I didn't even bother doing a video. So I'd made progress by actually making a video saying that I was going up in weight. And so I had put out a very stretch goal of 195 pounds for this week. I didn't hit it. The reason is, last weekend I did a major pig out, and I mean, I had a Chinese. What am I like? A Chinese, a Sweeties, at Aka, don't even go there. And that, would you believe that put me right up to 203.6. That weekend blowout put me up to 203.6. So that was, I think, Monday, 203.6. Sunday or Monday. Today, 197.4. Googly eyes. That is the lowest I have hit on video. And actually, it's the lowest I've hit full stop. No, tell a lie. I think I got down to 197.2 a couple of weeks ago, midweek, before, you know, I always sort of bounce up. 197.4. Cannot believe it. I'm so happy. And that's coming down from that high this week of a 203.6. It just shows you how much bloat you put on. And I said this in the previous video. When you eat carbs, most of the weight that you put immediately on from it being very low carb is that bloat, is that water weight. And I can feel it everywhere. I felt it on my face. I felt it in my hands, just everywhere. And we've had beautiful, glorious weather here. It's quite, in fact, actually, it's very grey and overcast at the moment, but it's warm. I reckon there's a storm coming on this. Trying to keep my water intake up in this hot weather. Excuse me, but that's the first I've drank all day today, and it's 11:25. So I just, I'm very thirsty at the moment. And Thursday, I did 5 miles around the park. Now, it was in a three miles in the morning, 2 miles in the afternoon. Yesterday, I did 3 miles round the park as well. And you can see a wee bit of, can you see that? Look, oh yeah, you can see it there. Look, a wee bit of sun on my chest there. Try not to get too much, because that's where it starts to get all wrinkly as you age. But, you know, trying to get the vitamin D in and everything. 197.4. Yay! And that's on a blowout as well. Now, am I advocating a blowout? Some people do. I want to talk about this. Chap in work, very fit individual. Looking at him, he just looks like a normal chap, right? Doesn't look especially muscular or whatever. But you see, if you go like that, solid. He's very fit. And he does very low carb eating, not as a ketogenic or anything like that, but he advocates for his sort of strength training, whatever, low carb, but he has a weekly sort of carb out or carb blowout or whatever. And sorry folks, I am quite thirsty. And he, now I'm not saying he eats sweeties and pizzas and stuff, but you know, he has a blowout. Maybe rice, pasta or something like that there every week. Dwayne The Rock Johnson advocates something like that. I think his Friday night or Saturday night or something is his pig out night. He absolutely blows out. And, you know, 4 or 5 pizzas and all sorts. Now he's like 6'39" and 577 kilos or something. You know, he's a big guy. But he does that as well. So there is a school of thought about doing a pig out, a carb or high carb intake. It's supposed to sort of rejolt the metabolism and get the body rocking and rolling again. I don't know, all things like insulin, leptin, and all those sort of hormones and stuff. I don't know whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'd rather not, but I'd rather know that if I did, for whatever reason, if there was an occasion, that doing that is not going to sacrifice all the good work. Because I've gone from a big pig out last weekend where I went right up to 203.6, and I'm now 197.4 this morning. So that is a loss just in that of 6.2 pounds in a week that I've done based on a blowout. So, there might be something in it. I don't know. Do I want to do it every week? No, I wouldn't I'd be a bit afraid to. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to get into the habit. Today, we've got the school summer fair, and it's from 2 till 5 this afternoon. So I'm hoping the weather's going to at least even just stay like it is now. It's overcast. It's like just a blanket of white, grey, white. It's not like cloudy or anything. Well, it is cloudy, obviously, but it's not like different clouds. It's just one big blanket. But it's about 19, 20 degrees out, so it's warm. So I'm hoping it just stays like that, so that there's no, so there's some outside activities, people aren't going to get too much sunburn, but it's warm enough to have outside activities. I am on the barbecue, so I have to be very good to myself. Now, am I going to have a wee burger or something? Yes. Am I going to have the bun? No. So I'm going to try and just have it like meat only. So I'm happy with that. And the wee one here, he'll obviously get some money for pigging out. He's doing a tattoo stall, the transfers and stuff. So he's doing that for part of the time as well. Oh, schools. Do you remember we talked about last week? At that point, I was waiting for the post to arrive. He got into his school of first choice. So we're all very happy. We're all moving forward. I phoned the school and we've got an induction next week. And the vice principal's going to contact me, I'm hoping, just to talk about contact numbers and having 2 addresses on the system for him. I've coloured my hair. I wouldn't know what colour that is. It's sort of like a or a dark blondie, kind of light browny kind of colour. But the roots were just getting ridiculous. So I've thrown it on just for a few weeks, and then I'll probably go and get highlights and stuff on it and everything. So what else have I got to talk about? So we've done the weight. Woohoo! We're rocking and rolling. Please, please, please. Next week, let's try for 195 then. Well, I did say, over the next couple of weeks. So we're 1 week into that. So let's see. I'd love to be 13 something. Do you know what I mean? That's the goal. 13 something. Even if it's 13 and a half and 3/4. All right, so things to talk about. Werther's Originals sugar free. Okay, so they look like the ordinary ones, but they've got a blue one instead of a red packaging, and it says sugar free on them. Okay, they are diabetic friendly. Now, nutritional values per 100 grams, and there's only 80 grams in the whole bag, so less than this. There's about 9 grams of fat, negligible protein and salt. There's 87 grams per 100 grams, which is, call that 90. So it's roughly about 80 grams in this bag. No, what did I work that out? 66 or something, I think I worked it out. Grams in this whole bag of carbs, right? But it comes from, the sweetener is isomalt and acesulfame. Okay. No, I think that's something else. The sweetener is isomalt, which apparently is a sugar alcohol. right? It's a sugar alcohol. And there is a debate on Reddit as to whether or not sugar alcohols count towards your carb count. I've read a stream that said no, they're polyols, whatever, which don't, because they don't spike your insulin, or you don't have an insulin response from it. And then there's some that say yes, you should count it. Now, I went onto a diabetic website, and they have these on there as part of their little shop, and they are suggesting that it is a zero carb. I mean, the sugars is in the whole bag and more is less than 0.5 grams. So actual sugar is less than 0.5 grams. So it's negligible from that perspective. It's whether or not the carb content from the sugar alcohol would give you an insulin response. Some people think it does. I think it's based on every person. I had about 5 or 6 last night, and my pee stick this morning wasn't as dark, so I'm thinking it might count. So I think I'm going to start counting them, because better to count them and not need them than count them than not count them, and they do contribute to kicking out of ketosis. So from my perspective, I would probably err on the side of caution. So maybe only 1 or 2 per day if I have those. But in theory, they are diabetic friendly and they shouldn't contribute to your an insulin spike. However, there is another role that sugar alcohols play in the body, and that is as a laxative. I had 5 or 6 last night. I had a poop this morning. So I'm thinking maybe I should use them. You know when you get that kind of bunged up feeling? Maybe I should use them for that. Apparently they absorb water into your body and, you know, help to sort of soften everything and whatever. There's a very funny YouTube person out there. He's called LA Beast. His channel is called Skippy62 Able. Skippy62 Able. LA Beast. He is a competitive eater. Okay. On Amazon.com, you can buy a £5 bag of sugar-free Haribo gummy bears, right? I did check the Amazon.co.uk. It's a 3 kilogram bag that you can get, sugar-free, right? Now, bearing in mind the sugar-free is because it uses sugar alcohols, which, as we know, is a laxative. Well, apart from anything else that he could barely get the full £5 into him, that man suffered. That man suffered. Bless his cotton socks. I don't think he actually realised what he was getting into when he tried to eat £5 of sugar-free, laxative-inducing or laxative-containing Haribos. It was so funny. And then I just started watching him. He tried to do a whole of a gallon of Tabasco sauce. Now, this man is not afraid to either pull down his trousers nor puke on camera. It's very funny. Skippy62 Able, honestly, he's very, very funny. If you like that kind of competitive eating. He's like an all-American jock. I think he was like an American footballer at college and stuff like that there. You know, he's built like a brick shithouse. He's not fat. He's a wee tubby, but he's not fat. He's not skinny either. I mean, he's a big lad, and but he's very funny. You know, he pushes himself. Let's say he pushes himself to the eating limits. The other thing is, I'm having to start taking Benadryl every day. Bloody hay fever. I thought last week I had conjunctivitis. I woke up and had really red raw eyes, weepy, yucky, pussy kind of whatever in them and everything. And I thought, oh Jesus, because the night before I'd got a really scratchy eye. And it was scratchy, and you know when you think you've got an eyelash sort of stuck up in your eye or whatever, it was like that. Woke up the next day, up like a bat. And I thought, oh God, I've got conjunctivitis. So I'd been wearing for the last couple of days like an antibiotic ointment on my eyes, which seems to have done the trick. But I've been sniffy as well. So I'm thinking, so I started taking this anyway, just as an antihistamine response because of the itch in the eye. So I'm taking these, they're one a day. It seems to be whatever it is, whether it is conjunctivitis, whether it is hay fever or whatever, it seemed to be taking that, putting it at bay. So over the summer, I'm just going to have to try and take one a day as I remember, as it were. So right, I've spoke about my hay fever, spoke about him getting into the school of his choice. Well done, baby. I've spoken about my Werther's Originals. Oh, you know I always do my butter coffee in my big mug thing that I have from the Kenwood Smoothie to go. Well, the bloody cup that I only just bought off Amazon not even a couple of months ago, if that, cracked. And so that's it out the window. So I've bought a new system. Where is it? Oh. I haven't even barely taken it out of its thing. It's called the Hinari Genie, okay? Hinari Genie. And it comes with loads of things. So it comes with 2 different blades. Where's the other blade? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, it's in here. Right, so it comes with 2 different blades. A chopping and creaming one, and then a blending and grating and whatever one. Anyway, 2 different blades. It obviously comes with, you can see I haven't got it packed yet, a large grating kind of cup. There is a small cup, you know, for grinding coffee and whatever, which is really good because that means like I have... I don't have a coffee grinder milling thing, but I bought, in fact I actually don't have even a filter coffee machine thing. I might have to buy one because I bought what I thought was ground, instant coffee. Turns out it's not, it's filter coffee. So, but anyway, if I wanted to, I could grind my nuts and stuff. Well, that's another thing that's reminded me, I must show you something as well. It's got a lovely big, you know, for milkshakes and juicing. It actually comes with a juicer, so you can put the juicer in it, in this, and you know, juice stuff, which is really cool. And then the fun bit is it comes with 4 different cups, yeah, and they've actually even got, look, see, they've even got the little cup bit at the bottom, which is nice and fun, you know, for drinking milkshakes and stuff. So look, I haven't even opened it yet. Got it yesterday. It was $24.50 in Tesco. Probably only lasts me about 2 minutes, mind you. But now the other thing I bought, excuse me, there's 2 things I bought. Do you remember I said I didn't ever really want to get into the realm of having sugar substitutes so that I would keep with a sweet tooth and whatever. Well, I've given in a little bit because I've got some stevia sweet, okay, from Tesco's, and each teaspoon contains 2 calories. So anyway, I've got some stevia sweet. Obviously, I've got the Werther's Originals. But look what I've also bought. And I got that out of Holland & Barrett. It was a bloody tenner. If I had known that, I would have put the bloody bag back. But anyway. Almond flour. I was going to try and make a cheesecake. Just fancied making a cheesecake there the other day. So I've got cream cheese and stuff in there. So I'm thinking about it. Thinking about trying to see if a cheesecake would work as a low carb alternative. And what else have I done? I'm looking around because I always get wee prompts if I look around. No, I think that was all the things I had to talk about. My almond flour. Oh, almond. Talking of almonds, oh look at me here. I'm going to do a stand back look. I look half dressed and then I'm in my jammy bottoms. Now I have been out and everything today, but the jeans I had on, they're jeggings. There's no belt bit, so I can't even keep them up. They're supposed to be like high-waisted. They just fall down around my backside and I can't stand that, so I've taken them off. Nothing worse. Right, anyway, look what I found now. I found it also this morning in Holland and Barrett, but this one I got in Tesco's. Meridian almond butter. So basically it's peanut butter but made from almonds, obviously, right? And if you look in, it's very oily and creamy. You can sort of see obviously the wee flecks of almond in there as well. It's made from 100% almonds, okay? There's no palm oil in this one. Some of the peanut butters and in fact you can get a cashew one as well of these, but some of them have palm oil in them as a sort of oiler, you know, to make it smooth and everything, okay? Try, if you're going to get any peanut butters or cashew butter, almond butter, whatever you get, try and get it that doesn't have any palm oil added, okay? And that's 100% roasted almonds in that. Taste-wise, well, I'm going to be a dirty burger because I'm going to be the only one eating it, so I'm going to stick my finger in, but this isn't going to be used by anybody else, so it's not like I'm being dirty, but I mean, it looks a bit like an oily sort of peanut butter, right? I mean, I love it. I'd sit and eat it all day. Obviously, I'm not going to. There's about God knows many calories in it. It has the consistency of maybe slightly oilier than peanut butter. You know you're eating a nut butter. It doesn't overtly taste like almonds. Maybe it's slightly on the aftertaste. But a blind man about galloping horse probably wouldn't tell it different from that and peanut or whatever butter, but very delicious. I mean, I have to say very delicious. It does have that sort of stickiness on the tongue, you know, like peanut butter does, where you have to go to try and, you know, get it through. But of course I can't put it on any bread or anything like that, or crackers or anything. So I mean, I'm probably just going to have a spoonful at a time, you know, literally. But I thought I'd get it to try. I mean, I'm sure I can find some recipes that call for almond butters or a nut butter of some description. I might even go into the cheesecake a wee bit with the almond oil or with the almond flour. I don't know. But when you first get it, it looks like it has a layer of oil on the top. That's just purely the natural oil from the almonds, you know, that you would get if eating them anyway. It's just obviously when you grind it up, it releases the oil. And all you do is just stir it through. I mean, as you would with anything. So that's right. I knew there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. So quite a full, there we are, 24 minutes. Quite a full video today. But very, very, very happy to be back on track and having a nice loss, 197.4, a brand new low in terms of our video and our recorded weight, as we are doing by video. So I'm over the moon. Next stop is to get out of the 14 stones and into the 13 stones. So look, I'm still jiggly puff under the arms. See that? Ugh. I'll have to start working on that. Gonna try and do some more walks and stuff to see if that gets the metabolism going as well. But really happy right now, folks. So thank you once again for everybody who watches. Comments are always welcome. And any thoughts on any of the things I've talked about today, whether it be the Werther's Originals, whether it be the almond butter, almond flour, the stevia, you know, I'm absolutely up for a debate on anything. It'll be interesting to get everybody's views on it as well. Oh, finally, new teas I found. Haven't tried them really yet, but I've got a Boost, Super Boost Fruits, which is cranberry and echinacea, I think. No, cranberry and elderflower. And then Immune, which is the lemon. What's that? Lemon and ginger. Oh, so I'm always on the lookout for new fruity, lemony type teas. So I found 2 new ones. These ones are by Tetley this time. So if anybody has any recommendations for any really cool sort of fruity teas, let me know in the comments. That'd be awesome. Anyway, thanks everybody. Take care and see you next week. Mwah. Love you all.